There we go, we're live. Where's my amps? There's one. There's two. There's the jackhammer. That's very loud. Just turn it down a smidgen. Is this a sustain on that? And gone. Let's got some sustain, man. Hello. Is it crackly? Oh, for God's sake. Not again. I mean, it's because I'm too loud, isn't it? Let's turn the amps down to 2 because it's boring. I see you too. Well, I can't see you sadly, but. I need to play this guitar back in because it's gone weird because I reset it up. There's a huge spider in that window. I love it. How are we all this evening anyway? Hopefully well. Close enough. There's some slow blues. No worries. Slow blues need lots of reverb. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you. Likewise. Peter Green lick. Hello. Do you call Professor David? You definitely don't. No, I'm a long way from being anything clever. I'm still stupid as stupid can be, so no. Ah, cheers. Well, funny enough, I am playing a lemon drop. It's not the lemon drop, but it is still a lemon drop. I've reset it up today, so it's in shock. It's like, and it needs to be played to play in. No worries, thank you. Yeah, it's important to have that kind of thing, I think. But thank you, cheers. What do you think of 60s custom shop pickups? I've never really tried them, so I can't really tell you. Hope the best customer. It did. Yeah, it was. It's going to take a few days to process it, but it was brilliant. I loved it. I loved every second of it. Everyone who was there was ace. It was just great. It was a great day, and I won't forget it. It was one of those things. You know when you have like every now and again, there's like certain things happen in your life, and you know you're not going to forget it because it was really special. Yesterday was one of those things. John is my god, Dave is impossible. I like that. That's cool. Did anyone video a mass class link? No, no. Well, it wasn't really for that. I've done a very small vlog that'll be coming out next Friday, but it was kind of one of those things where it was, you had to be there kind of thing, if that makes sense. Cheers. How's your wall strap? Which one? They're all amazing. I've got quite a few of them and they're all great. It's behaving. Well, it's starting to behave. The guitar's starting to behave. It went into shock because I'd changed it. I had to re-intonate the whole guitar because they had the bridge on the wrong way around, and I had to sort that out. So I took off a retaining bar as well. Like the new bridges have that retaining bar, and it's really annoying on certain guitars because it rattles. So I took it off. That's gone. So if I ever turn this guitar upside down without strings on it, the saddles are going to fall out like the originals. What was that? Sorry, I'm playing some Stone Temple the past few days. I really like the guitar parts. Cool. I never really got into Stone Temple Pilots, but they are a really good band. But yeah, it's always good. If you want to go for lessons to understand some other stuff, go for it. Yeah, anything you can teach yourself, go for it. Happy Easter, yes. Good Sunday evening. So Tone Rider city limits, my jet sound like this. Ace. Yeah, the Tone Rider pickups are fantastic. Hello to you in Southampton. Yeah, Tone Rider pickups are ridiculously good. I had a guitar ages and ages ago with Tone Rider pickups and I sold it because I'm an idiot. I should have sold the guitar but not the pickups. Have you played a John Strat yet? No, I don't know if anyone's even got theirs yet. I just realised I'm kind of chopping my head off. It's not the worst thing. But I don't know if they've even been delivered yet, have they? I haven't seen anybody who's got one. As far as I know, no one's had delivery of the John custom shop guitar yet. I really want to see one. There's a sound glitch, noise clipping. Is anyone else experiencing that, please? Could you let me know? It has to be that way. Let's not get into why are we backwards and left-handed. Clipping. Is it when I play guitar or when I talk? Because if it's the guitar, all the time. Easy. Is it when I talk or play guitar though? When you talk only. Intermittent. It's probably the internet. It's both. It happened last time. I get the distinct impression this is not good. This is going to be a constant thing. If it gets worse, like if it becomes unbearable, let me know and I'll restart the stream. Bloody technology. How old am I? Never asked me my age. Dangerous. 27. Does anyone believe that? Yeah, I'm 16. I'm 16 years old, but I've had a very rough life. It's sat in a stand. It shouldn't be causing any interference. That shouldn't. Thank you very much. Glad you liked it. I think it's the internet in my house, to be honest. It's cack. I think it's just cack internet. If it gets worse, let me know. Like I say, I'll restart if it gets worse, but I'll have to persevere. As long as it's not kind of unbearable. Yeah. For Jammer. They're trying to jam it. Shut him up, for God's sake. Is that a solid state plexi behind you? Yes, it is. It's actually it's a hybrid. It's a valve state. It's half and half. Could you switch my? I can't do any of that. Yeah, bitrate conversion happening. It's probably the internet then, being crap as usual. There's so many dead spots in the house where the internet just doesn't work, and they just randomly appear. Like, within seconds, like, oh, I've got the internet here. No, I don't. So, yeah, it's that. So, if it gets really, really bad, I'll restart the stream, but hopefully it won't. Hopefully it's livable. It's not unwatchable. That's good. As long as it's not unwatchable. If it gets totally unwatchable, then meh. Thank you. Is it the amp you're plugged into currently? No, this is just sat there looking pretty. We're in the Marshall MG, and we're in the Orange CL120 at this point in time. Living together in harmony. Actually, what happens if we turn all the amps off? Are they causing interference? Won't be the first time I've had that, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I doubt it highly. It sounds like an internet issue to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was great. It really was great. I loved it. Like I said, I'll remember that forever now. For however long I'm alive. Yeah, I'm waiting for the security thing to come over. Orange, it's a CR120. Oh, okay, yeah. Not a ridiculous question. We'll look it up. No worries. Great amp. They don't make them anymore, but they are great. I'm sure he didn't. Do you still... it's about Peter Green, I need to answer it. Do you still do the Peter Green pickup height things on your Les Paul guitars? Yeah, most of them. Well, pretty much all of them. All my Les Paul pickups are angled. Some more drastically than others. This one didn't need drastic angles. I'll show you what I mean. So you can see the treble side's high and the bass side's low, but it didn't need drastic angles, this one. But my Gibson is quite drastic. My other Peter Green one is, I've got a white custom, that didn't need to be angled too much, but it's still, they're all angles, yeah. Is the Foghorn ready yet? Not yet, no. It's on its way. What's your favourite science or humanity? I don't know. Don't have one. What's yours? Yeah, it's all guitars are different. Example. So, this guitar's quite heavy, considering it's thin. Matt, do you recognise this? The pickups on this guitar are super high because it's an Affinity, and the Affinity pickups are really, really quite weak. And the higher they are, the better the guitar sounds. But I don't like really high pickups on a Strat. But on this, it sounds way better. And we've got a humbucker in the bridge. But it varies guitar to guitar. No guitar is the same. They're all different. You know, you have to tailor the guitar to what the guitar wants. Not necessarily what you want or like the look of. It has to be what the guitar wants. We ever come to Brighton? Maybe one day. Who knows? You saw the Dead Threats. Near enough. I think I need one more pass over it. I've done it a bit. I've sorted the Esquire out completely. That's ridiculous. That's one of the best guitars I've ever played, the Esquire. But I'm nearly there with it. I've gone over it a bit. I could do with one more pass. I kind of rushed it because I didn't have time when I was doing it. So I could do with doing it one more time and then away we fly. It should be good. It's really cool. The humbucker's mad though, because I took it out of this old 70s K Les Paul, the humbucker, and it's a really weird humbucker, and because it's going through, I think, a 250K pots in the guitar, it's not really giving full welt, but it makes it sound really cool. I like it. It sounds great. It's a lovely, lovely guitar. Neck on it's fantastic as well. And I just love the way it looks now. Bad and beaten. Howdy. If you ever want them back, you can have them back. So I'm not going to be like, I can't. If you want one of them back, then please, or both of them back. Just let me know. I can't do that any other way. You know what I mean? Don't have one. Happy Sunday indeed. I'm not bad. Damn! Can't you just take the Esquire and the Strat? I'll keep the Solar. That guitar is ridiculous. I can see why it's your favourite. It's so, when I was playing it the other day when I was filming, and I just went away with it. I was just like, God, this guitar is so good. Boss Katana Mark 200 watt. Would you recommend? Yes, I definitely would recommend it. Boss Katana is the do-all. I did the classroom. It was really, really good. Yeah, it's really awesome. Really good fun. I would totally agree with that. Yeah, the Adam Jones Les Paul humbucker is an absolute monster. The bridge one, even in the Epiphone, it's slightly different to the Pearly King one in it, but it sounds the same. It's really tight. Is there a way for me to plug Mesa preamp for a Marshall? I have no idea. Sorry. How long have I in the background of Steven? Ace. Nice. Through guitar for years, he's probably playing more. I'm happy to hear that. That's awesome. If you could keep only one guitar, would it be Mr. White? Yes, it would, without a doubt. No questions asked, no hesitation. That's what it would be. I would miss my other guitars, but that's the one. That is Mr. White is the one. Which orange amp you used on the last show? Oh, it's the Jewel Baby. This one. It's my favourite of the ones they sent me. This thing. I know it's backwards, but you can kind of get the idea. 2-channel. It's absolutely brilliant. Apart from, it doesn't have reverb, and that's a bit of an annoyance. I understand the thinking, but I still think I could have put a good digital reverb in. But hey. What are you listening to when you're driving the car alone? It depends. At this point in time, I'm listening to Soundgarden, Super Unknown, on repeat. I don't know why. I've been drawn in that direction. So Soundgarden, Super Unknown is what I'm playing at this point in time, what I'm listening to. And Limo Wreck a lot, because Limo Wreck's my favourite. Well, actually, it's a toss-up between Mailman and Limo Wreck on that album, which are my favourite songs. Do I believe in the supernatural? No. Do you use the orange amps for your Hendrix for shanty tones? You can. It's not the best amp for it because it's a bit of a dark, grungy thing, but you can do it. Mailman, limo record, a bit to your songs. Yeah. The whole thing, yeah, it is. I mean, I think so many people say that about Super Unknown, of that it's a masterpiece, and I would totally agree. I am on board. I am on that train with everybody else. It's just like one of those things. I watched an interview the other day with Michael Beinhorn, the guy who produced it, and he was saying when Chris first started writing songs for Super Unknown, they were really bad, like not good songs. Like he said they were okay, but they weren't that. And he said like, "What are you doing?" And Chris Cornell turned around and said like, well, I've got to write songs to sound like Soundgarden. And he turned around and said, "You are Soundgarden. Just write what you write." And like I say, but the Super Unknown is the outcome of that. It's absolutely mental. Q&A videos are deeply missed. I wish you could bring them back. Well, maybe one day. I did start doing them again, but they didn't do very well. Speakers are crap. Yeah, I know. I can't. I don't know what to do about it at this point in time. Because if I restart it, I think it'll just do the same thing because it did it last week. We just have to deal with it for now. Embrace the impurities. Ace, is it actually stable? Internet sounding, right? Cool. As long as I know that that's kind of what it is, that's cool. Because like I say, it's probably crappy internet in this house. I actually did try to live stream stuff the other day using like proper full PA system with backing tracks and stuff like that, so I could actually live stream. But the internet was that bad in my house that it just didn't work. It was just kept like crushed, like the audio kept going down. Baron, just see one video. When? I don't know. At some point, network sound. Sorry, missing some of these. Do you have any tips to improve my speed when it comes to playing shreddy stuff? Practice. It's the only thing. You got to do it over and over and over and over and over again. Play to a metronome. That's all there is to it, really. If you were a cricketer, would you be a fast bowler or a spin bowler? Spin. I always thought spin bowlers were cooler. Like the way they'd flick it out their hands and it would kind of like curve. That was always cooler. Definitely spin. Was it Shane Warne? Shane Warne was a spin bowler, wasn't he? I always liked him. I'm not bad, yeah. I'm not bad. The Jaco Pastorius interval there, everybody. Would you ever make a pedal and what would it overdrive? If I could make a pedal, it would be a distortion. But it'd be two distortions in one. One side would be so you could get John Frusciante kind of dirty clean stuff to like AC/DC crank, like Back in Black era AC/DC. So you go like, John Frusciante sounds, that kind of thing. And then the other side would be like, actually, I'd like a free like button distortion. So you'd have that like a dirty clean. Then you'd have another distortion you could stack with that one or alone, which would give you kind of like a bit of a heavy rock sound. And then something like a DS2. Did you fix your own Super Crush or still giving you issues? The Super Crush never died. Did something? Am I missing something? Sorry, I don't remember. Babe, I'm gonna leave you. Yeah, I can play that. I just don't want to. It definitely isn't. It's down here. It's a great amp. I just prefer my CR120. It's just a bit more of a rounder sound to the CR120. The Super Crush sounds fantastic, though. The Super Crush is an amazing amp. It's just, I'm more of a CR120 guy. Favorite Guns N' Roses song to play all time. There's two. Is either Rocket Queen or You Could Be Mine. Who is the wonderful... That's my sister. That's my sister. She's the 5th member of Red Giant. Or she calls herself a merch wench. It's really sinister like that. Will you ever envision moving to 7 or 8 strings in the future? Yeah. Maybe not 7s, but 8s, most probably. What drum machine do you use to practice? The Boss RC10R. Okay, I need to put a vote to you. Do we block this guy who keeps putting stupid comments? Or do we just let him run his little course? What reverb pedal do you use with the orange you showed? I just used the reverb from my Zoom G2.1U. Yep. The people have spoken. Not you. You'll see him when he pops up. He won't put anything now, though. What if I stop? Too late. Act like an idiot, get that kind of thing. Godfather. No, I can't play that kind of thing. It's copyright. It's copyright mentalness. I'm not doing that. No more stupid comments. Just like I can't stand that. Like, you know, a desperate cry for attention. Look at me! Look at me! It's people like that would set themselves on fire just to be seen. It grinds my gears. I've had a never complain about noise. No, luckily not. True. Oh! Thoughts on that guy? Well, I can't use the word that I would use to describe that. But yeah, what a dick, in my word. Exactly, it does. Yeah, true. But yeah, what a vile human being to do that. You know, it's like, you know, and the thing is as well, do you really think you're not going to get caught out with that kind of thing? You know, the internet in this day and age, you have to be so careful about what you post. This is why don't lie. It's a very simple rule to live your life by. Don't lie and don't steal from people. You know, because you will get found out eventually. So obviously some of these idiots don't know anything like better than that. They just want to steal because they haven't got anything on their own. But it's like, you know, do you really think you're going to get away with this kind of stuff if you do that? You know, people will find you out. And that's exactly what's happened, you know, and it happens all the time. You know, people just kind of... I watched this video earlier on Instagram, and I was like, you're not playing that. It was this guy doing this thing in this really posh studio, and I was like, yeah, but you're not playing that. I can tell you're not playing that. That's not the sounds. It was just really frustrating. Comment sections are like, oh, you're so talented, this and the other. No, he's not. If he was actually playing it, yeah, he would be, but he ain't playing it. You know, I saw one a couple of weeks ago. It was brilliant. It was this guy doing like sweep picking on a guitar, and it was very clearly a neck pickup on a guitar. It was very clearly that warm. Oh, where's my volume? That warm sound of a guitar, of a neck pickup. But the really funny thing was, his selector switch, it wasn't on a Les Paul, but his selector switch was set to the bridge pickup, and I'm like, someone's lying. And it's just like, why? Why? Where is this obsession with being perfect coming from? Yeah, there is a hell of a lot of miming going on. Play the most nonsensical dumbass made up riff for absolute laughs. Okay, what can we do? Well, if it's going to be ridiculous, you need a really mental over-the-top effect. So delay with loads of repeats and a bit madness. So completely ridiculous made-up riff. There you go. I actually quite like that. Or you could do it like a whammy. It's not really a whammy, but... Fun times, fun times. Yeah, me too, me too. I don't want to hear perfect because perfect is a lie. You know, perfect doesn't exist. I was talking about this yesterday at the guitar class. I use my 62 Strat as a good example of this. My 62 Strat is a dream guitar. It's like, it's a perfect guitar for 62. I've always wanted to own a 62 because of John. So when I got my hands on one, I was like, oh my god, I've got a 62 Strat. But it's not perfect. It's got Stratitis, it's got problems here and there, and it's not perfect. But you embrace that imperfection, and I think people are really scared of that in this day and age. And I think it's just social media has just kind of made it this way to be kind of like, you can't be ugly. Things can't be ugly. Everything has to be perfect and airbrushed and neat and tidy and in its place. And I think it's just a bit silly. There's nothing wrong with mistakes and like messing up and stuff like that. It gets on my nerves. Anyway. Same here. Do you like using a self-oscillating sound delay? No, I like straight delay. I like digital delay. I don't like analog delays or delays with kind of modulation on them. I just really don't like it. Do physical pedals sound different than their digital plug-in counterparts? Everything sounds different to everybody else, yeah. Is the guitar you bought before? Is this the guitar you bought before the Go Rock? No, that's another one. Phil X does have that, you're right. That's just gone quick. Ben John's video about poisoning music with things that could... No, I haven't, no. That's really cool. Anything to confuse the AI. Boss DD3. Yeah, I mean, the Boss delay pedals are like legendary, aren't they? But again, I use the Line 6 delay modeler, and that's the legendary pedal as well. Do I like EQ pedals? Yes. Ever played a WEM Copycat? Yes. They're great fun, but they're extraordinarily unpredictable and barely work. And they barely worked when they were new. Good evening. Yeah, I've never been a fan of that kind of thing, but yeah, if you like it, cool. I had one of those days today where I lost all my ability. It got me right down. Yeah, that'll happen. That will happen. No worries, I'll see you then. Yeah, Jimi Hendrix had a great quote about this, about the guitar, but I'll paraphrase because I can't think of it exactly. But Jimi Hendrix said, like, one day you'll love the guitar and you'll be able to do whatever you want on it. The next day, you'll hate the guitar because you can't do anything with it. And that's just the way it is. But the fact that you keep coming back to it, that's the key, because that's love. Sometimes love is hate and hate is love. That sounds really stupid and kind of near, but I don't know if it makes any sense whatsoever. But sometimes, yeah, you do love the things you do hate the things you love, and the guitar is a good example of that. Amps can be the same thing, pedals can be the same thing, and even people sometimes. You can hate people you love sometimes for doing certain things or whatnot, and I think that's totally normal. And I think that's okay to see that way, if that makes any sense. Evening. Shifty eyes on that riff. Fine line between the two, there definitely is, yeah. Sometimes. Exactly, yeah. And you can't be in the zone all the time. You can't always be perfect. Well, perfection doesn't exist, but you know what I mean. Like, you can't always be how you want to be. There are times where you pick up a guitar and you're just like, it's not there. And that's okay. You just have to go with that, and sometimes you'll have that where you can't just put the guitar down. Because if you're at home and it isn't working, put the guitar down. Don't persevere because it'll just make things worse. Just put it down and forget it. Maybe come back to it later on, a couple of hours, try then. But you need to give it a chance to breathe, you need to breathe. So, yeah, just give it a chance. But it happens, Thank you. Yeah. Exactly, mine as well. Yeah. Never tried it. You can't force it. No, you can't. And that's the problem. That's what the music industry and things like Spotify do not understand is you can't force creativity. You can't force musicians to write music. You can't force artists to paint pictures. You can't force novelists to write novels or and stuff like that. It doesn't work that way. Things come to you and then they go. And you never know when things are coming. They come in waves and then they go away. And the key to managing that is to not freak out when it goes away and go, ah, it'll come back. You've just got to be open to it. And the more you're open to music and this, that, and the other, the more it will come back. Yeah, you can't force to pay royalties. Exactly. Very true. Yeah, exactly. I hated it when YouTube, the video that like where your videos get stored on your channel used to just be called videos. Now it's called content, and it made me feel grim inside when I have to click on the content button to get to my videos. It's not content, you f words. It's they're videos. The videos that I've spent hours making and we have spent hours making and watching, and it's like, it's not content. That's stupid. I can't stand it. That was Masterclass. It was great. No, it was great. I loved every second of it. It was absolutely brilliant. Alnico ceramic pickups, don't care. I really don't care. As long as the pickup sounds good, I couldn't give a monkey's what it is. It's the same as like fretboard material. People say like, what's your favourite? Rosewood, maple, ebony. I don't care as long as the guitar's good. I've never had good luck with Pal Ferro, but I've only ever played a handful of guitars with Pal Ferro fretboards. But I don't really care what it is. If the guitar's good, the guitar's good. I really don't care what it is, what it says on the headstock or anything like that. Exactly. Yeah, I agree. It's kind of gone backwards, I feel, as well. It's kind of making it harder and more complex and confusing. And they keep putting rules in place that they don't tell anybody. So all of a sudden you kind of get caught off guard. We missed the Backcaster. Well, you shouldn't. He's alright. He's still about. He's never going anywhere. Cheers. It was great fun. I was supposed to go back to Marshall about a week or so ago, but I couldn't go, and it was absolutely gutting. But hopefully I can go again in the future. The guitar's almost behaving. Palfaro is kind of weird, dry thing. Yes, it is. It kind of feels a bit kind of, not scrapey, but it kind of grabs your finger ends. It's a really funny material. This is what I follow. Cheers. Where did that white Tokai Custom go? I sold it 3 years ago now. It was too heavy. I loved the guitar, but it was too heavy. It was just absolutely ridiculous. It was about, I would say it's about 11.5. It was about 12 pounds, that guitar was. It was ridiculously heavy. And I miss it, but don't miss it. I don't miss the weight of it. It was a fantastic guitar. I've actually recently bought a vintage white custom, and that's not going anywhere. That's like a dream. It's so light, it's so good, and it's got all the welt you'd want. Do you still have the white Chibson? No, that went as well. I got rid of that one because, again, it was the same deal. It wasn't really me. I've found my white custom now. Love your soundscape music. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can't. Copyright. The order for Ace. That chord guitars are amazing. Out of the box, it was really nice to play, after I'd had my little disgusting hands on it to set it up how I wanted, it was even better to play. It's a very high spec guitar for the price as well. Like, I think I like 600 quid. And you get a lot for that, you really do. Back Pro rig would be a non-chambered Les Paul with a Mesa Boogie Heartbreaker. Yeah. Playing the guitar takes you to a place. It does. Yeah, music is amazing. It definitely is. I totally agree. It's escape. It's complete escape. You know, you don't have to worry about what's going on out there if you're playing in here. You know, you really don't have to worry about it. Ever played a Greco, Bernie, Orville? Incredible Les Pauls. I've played Bernie's. I've never played a Greco or an Orville, but I'd like to. But I've played quite a few Bernie Les Pauls. Yeah, they are absolutely fantastic guitars. There's actually a Bernie Les Paul custom for sale nearby. I can't afford it, but there is one for sale. Still enjoying the art. That's gone. That's gone back already. I didn't get to keep that guitar. Couple of minutes of improv. If I do improv for a couple of minutes, the stream will die. People go away. I'll give you a minute. Pick a key. What key? How are you playing the chord progression intro to Free Me under the intro lyric? The chord progression is just E. Well, it's E flat technically. E. Okay, I'll do it in E. It's just like stabs, so it's like C, D, D. That's all it is. It's just stabs on E, G, C, D. And it's like yeah, so it's like it's just that. So right, let's in E then. There you go. I don't know how long that was, but yeah, so it's a loop. So technically it is two guitars at once. But I've got the add the cloudburst on as well, just to add kind of like that ambient kind of pad sound thing, which is again very inspiring. What a surprise, the G string's acting up. There we go. Better. Now the Slayer version. Not really, that's not heavy enough, is it? Let's be honest. It's a lot of distortion. A lot of Thunderbird like heroes. It's a very cool bass, isn't it? Have you got a guitar in your collection that's made a year you want? No, I haven't. I haven't found the right one yet. I played a couple of 86s, but none of them click. So the search continues. Has to be a Strat, though, so. What ended up happening to that vintage gold top that drove you insane? Oh, I gave it away. I gave it to a friend eventually. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. Yeah, no beard makes you look like a teenager again. Not quite, Dave. I think you're pushing it a little bit there. You old bastard. Thank you. They do headstock dive, yeah. How long have you been playing? 23 years in May. It's not talent, it's hard work. I couldn't pick up a guitar and play. It's not one of those things. I was crap. I was a crap guitarist for ages. It's one of those things of like, it's just practice and putting in the hours. It's obtainable by anybody putting in the time. It really is, you know. And I'm nothing to write home about. I'm not that special on guitar. And that's okay. You know, I'm not trying to be special on the guitar. You know, I'm not that kind of player. You know, I'm not that interested. Yes. Happy to hear that. How would my guitar tone? How would my guitar tone? If you remove it, the guitar would get brighter. I would just leave it. I very rarely ever touch my tone dials, so just leave it. If you remove it, the guitar will get brighter because that's what happens, because you're removing some of the resistance on the circuit, but it's worth keeping it. You never know. Cheers. Greetings from Vienna. Hello. Greetings to you in Vienna. Have a G chord. Good sharp. Out of tune again. Are you self-taught? Have you had lessons? I'm predominantly self-taught. Yeah, we're going flat. That's okay. It's to be expected. I've screwed around with this guitar a bit today, and it has gone a bit kind of wappy. But it's to be expected. It just needs playing back in. I always find when you reset a guitar up, like if it's been set a certain way for a long period of time, when you reset it, it kind of goes into shock. It's like when you get a guitar refretted or something like that. My master won't go to 11 now. My Fenders go to 12 though, if that helps. But guitars go into kind of shock. They're like, and they need playing to understand where things now lie. It's cool. I like it. Yeah. I'm always happy to oblige. Where are we now? I do. Yeah. Yeah. Not as much because the world reopened, and you know we're all very, very busy people. But yeah, we still talk every now and again. Setting a twin reverb on anything above 4 is the same as setting a Marshall on 11. I would disagree. Personally, my experience with twins, I think Marshalls like don't start breathing until they're over 3 or 4, depending on the Marshall. But twins sound great everywhere. That's the problem with a twin. I like it when they start to break up, but yeah, their experiences vary. It's all good. Did you video the lesson the other day? No, I didn't. No. I feel like you would love a GT 1000. Maybe. You never know. Stretchy. Do you wear ear protection when playing? Live, yes. At home, no, because I don't play loud enough. I have to play live with ear protection, otherwise I fall over. I have this weird balance thing. If things are too loud, I can't maintain balance, and I fall over. So that has to be a thing. Not wearing ear protection is funny until you develop tinnitus. Yeah, but it depends on how loud you're playing and for how long. If you're bashing away with your Marshall on 10 all day every day, then yeah, you're gonna get tinnitus. You're gonna get it anyway because life is loud. So, but if you're bashing away for 24 hours a day, yes, you are gonna get that. But if you have breaks and you're not loud in general, then it's not. You know, it can be got around. You don't need to wear ear protection all the time if you're not ridiculously loud. Is the Boss Katana better in your opinion than Marshall MG? Yes, it is. The Boss Katana is like the do-all. It's like the daddy. It really is. I will say, I don't think Boss really understand what they've done with the katana, but it's a monster. When stacking pedals, does your favourite pedal come second for best results? How do you mean? Can you elaborate? I'm not sure what you mean. This guitar sounds so good. There's only one problem with it I need to fix, but we'll get there with it. What is the story behind the Hendrix Strat you have, butterscotch one? Did Joe buy it? No. It was bought for me a long, long time ago by my first ever relationship. That was my partner then bought me that guitar for my birthday. I don't know how old I'd been, maybe 23. She bought me that for my birthday, and it was originally Sunburst, but I wanted it refinished, so it's got refinished in this kind of like off-white colour. It's a bit too off-white, to be honest. It's kind of the wrong colour, but it's cool. It's a cool guitar. And it's got really cool pickups in it. It's got Evil Sheep pickups in it. Tried to put alnicos into Strat pickups? No. I think that's a bit above my skill set to do that kind of thing. Do you change out your bridge blocks for steel ones like Callum's, or just leave them stock? Leave them alone. If the guitar doesn't need it, I leave it alone. I don't really like, if I've got to change something on the guitar, it's usually because it's broken. Invariably, I don't really like messing with guitars. Like, yeah, I like guitars to be good, you know. And I've had guitars in the past where I've tweaked it so much I've ruined it, and I'm scared of doing that because it is very easy to tweak yourself out of a good guitar. It's easy to tweak yourself out of a good sound as well. If you're not careful, you can go too far. You have to know when to say enough. Have you noticed when John plays something like this these days, in parts he turns down the volume knob almost? He's he doesn't turn it. He's not turning the volume down. He's palm muting. So back in the day, it's gonna sound weird. It's a Les Paul, but back in the day, John would leave the guitar wide open. I'm gonna have to kind of like simulate the riff because of copyright. But he would leave the guitar wide open on the neck pickup. He goes to the bridge pickup in the chorus, but on the riff, he's on the neck. He's on his neck pickup. Too much reverb. And these days, what he does, he's palm muting. Instead of that kind of thing. How did you and John Joe Gaskin meet? He was playing with a band who were really, really good. I was playing in a band that was really, really crap, Dave Simpson's Trio at the time, for certain reasons. And I had to beg him to stand in. We had gigs coming up. We had no drummer. And I basically begged him to play drums for us. And he was no. He was like, no, I'm not doing it. For months and months and months, he was like, no, I'm not playing with you. No. In all fairness to John Jabber, I would be the same. I would be the same because we weren't shown in a good light. Let's put it that way. But yeah, but that's how we met, and basically he's still here, which is a miracle. I didn't have to coerce him. Once he started playing with us, he really just enjoyed it, and we've done a lot together. Me and John Joe have done a lot of like live music and just in general together, like to the point where we've got telepathy. Me and John Joe. I never have to look at John Joe to know what he's doing. I just know what he's going to do. I can hear it in my head. Before he does it, I know what he's going to do, and I just know where I am. He seems like he's one of the best people you're ever going to meet. You couldn't get a nicer person than him. You just can't. It's impossible. John Joe's one of those people that if you've got a problem with him, you're the problem. Because he's too nice. He's too lovely of a person to for that kind of thing. It's just not possible to like have problems with it. You've got the problem. He doesn't. When we next see I don't know. It depends. It'll be next Red Giant album probably next year, if we get that far. Yeah, I know what you mean. I love that. It's the Bizarre Fest. The Bizarre Fest in '99, where they do that. They go. and it's that where it just all of a sudden kicks in. They kind of tease it with that, and then they come in. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. It's so good. I wish they did that more, but they only did it. They only ever seem to do it once. So good. Nice. Yeah. Nick's got a mad backlog, hasn't he? Have you heard of White Hearts? I have. Yes. Favorite Cream tune? White Room. Oh, or Politician. I do like Politician because it's weird, but White Room. I like White Room's melody, even though they didn't write it. But Politician's a great song. Politician's got a great riff. It's really, that dark riff. It's really cool. No, I write the songs. John Joe does his drum parts. John Joe has free reign to do his drum parts, and obviously whoever's playing bass will have. If we do another album, they'll have free reign to do their bass parts. But no, I mean fundamentally the song comes from me. Like the bass of the song comes from me. You're a built a guitar. I built a guitar kit, but I've never actually built a guitar. I would like to. Maybe one day. Can you play "Coming Back to Life" intro song? Coming Back to Life. Who's it by? Sorry. The Bizarre Show is one of my favorites. Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It is. That John's tone in 1999, man. You can't beat that. That is that to me. That's like the ultimate in guitar tone. It really is. I've got Politician stuck in my head now. What for? Andy Timmons doesn't have to replicate any tone, he's got his own. Play Sweet Child in G minor. Play it fast and out thing. You can do Sweet Child Mine in harmonics. You know that? It's really, really cool. If I get a copyright flag for that, I'm going to scream. Are there single coil pickups that give you more sustain but keep the classic fence down? Noiseless will be lifeless. Noiseless pickups aren't very good. New noiseless pickups are pretty good, but they're still a bit lifeless. Tex-Mex, Tone Rider City Limits pickups, Texas Specials, they all do the job. By the way, check out the sky. You can see the light. It's like it's on fire. Alright. No stairway in reverse. Yeah, hang on. There you go, that's Stairway to Heaven in reverse. And I don't know what that laugh was, please ignore that. Have you ever wanted to come to Australia at all? Yes. I have cousins in Australia. I have family in Australia. I was listening to some 2000s tunes recently, something so raw about those shows. Yeah. But there was a lot more improvisation as well. They messed about a lot. And I love John. John at that period of time didn't have many pedals. He had his, there was a fuzz, there was the DS2, Phase 90, wah, and chorus. He didn't have a great deal, and he had his Marshalls wound up more than he did later on. And there's just something about that era that's just like so special. What's this? I don't know, sorry. Ace. Best distortion pedal, Marshall Governor 2 Plus in my world. But again, it's subjective. Don't listen to me. Go out, try them, see which one you like. Are there any of your guitars getting sacrificed to have an Evertune? No, I really want an Evertune, but I'll buy a guitar with an Evertune in it. I won't be... There's no guitar I would really like to put under the knife for that, really. Apart from maybe that vintage white custom, that'd be quite a good one. Watch this space. I don't know. We'll see. It might make it really heavy though. That's the thing, and I really like the weight of that one. WH10, I love it. I use the WH10. Well, I use the V2, but I've got all three. I've got the two ones. They're great. Do you prefer distortion from the amp or the pedal? I like it mostly from pedals, but I don't mind amp distortion. Amp distortion is great as well, but I prefer pedals personally. Again, it's just easier because backline issues. You never know what you're gonna get. Okay, I'm going to call it a day, people of YouTube. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Really appreciate it, as usual. The Sport WH10 for John for Shanty Tones, is it worth it? Yes, definitely. Without a doubt. Be wary, though, it's a diva of a pedal. The DS2 and the Ibanez WH10, they want a certain sound. You can't go clean. Anyway, no, thank you for your time. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. Anyway, I will see you again very soon through another vid. What are we doing on Friday, Dave? What is Friday's video? Oh, next Friday's video, people of the tube. It's the new Orange amps. I'm going to demo all of them in one video. That's going to be an interesting video. I'm going to try and not make it 17 hours long. But next Friday, we're going to delve into the new Orange amps. I've got all three. Orange, very, very condescending. All three. So there's the Jewel Baby, the Game Baby, and the Tour Baby. How many babies do you want? They're the only babies I'll ever have. Anyway, and these. But yeah, so Friday's vid is them. And then I'll probably do another live stream again on Sunday. I might do a live stream on Tuesday. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. No, thank you very much indeed. Indeed, triplets, yeah. Conceived by the Orange family. Weird. Anyway, that's just strange. Indeed. Why are they calling? Well, why are they calling them Baby Day? Because they're tiny. Sorry, I've got to. But I do apologise. Remember, Sunday at 7 o'clock UK time is normally when I go live. Tuesday at 8 o'clock if I do one then. But yeah. Anyway, thank you very much indeed. See you again. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening, and yeah, goodbye now. Cheers. Thank you.